Moving on, question from Wickus. What kind of birds form the bird portals seen in the Oddworld games?
There's something else we've always wanted to get closer to the details of, and just been one of those things that hasn't happened. But we think of them as doves, like the white dove, right? That the UN would have on its flag, or some of its flags have a white dove. But the dove is often seen as a figure of peace. Now, the hilarious thing about doves is this is the irony. I just love irony, right? So, our symbol for peace globally oftentimes is this white dove. And then if we think something's horrific, oftentimes that's really dangerous, like the wolf, right? But what isn't commonly known is the white doves, when they're being territorial, they'll peck each other to death. You'll find a bloody white dove somewhere, and there's a possibility that another dove or a series of doves took it out. So doves are actually brutal to each other, whereas wolves don't kill each other, right? So you have the dove that's a sign of peace, and they'll like bloody each other to death through horrible pecking. And then you have the wolves that are a sign of danger. A lot of things I'm not trying to summarize it all, but, kind of very dangerous animal, certainly not associated with peace, but they'll never kill their own. So which one's kind of more warlike, to its own people, its own races? Doves are. So that kind of irony was like, okay, they're a double edge, right? They have something wonderful about them, and then they have something dangerous about them. And that's no exception for the birds around the portals. They have a connection. They have a connection to the Mudokons, and it would be to the shaman class because they had relations with them through time. A lot of that would be inspired by indigenous of the outback, the Australian Aborigines, or Native Americans was a lot of my inspiration for those things, the relationships they have. And today I live in an area that's biggest reservations in the United States are in Arizona, so they're relatively close by. But it's very interesting to see all their art and the relationships to the animals and how they viewed it and what their myths and lore were. So hopefully that's helpful.
Absolutely. You just feel like you're scratching the surface with a lot of these things. There's so much in there.
But that's why I really enjoy these talks. Like, oh, good. It's a chance to, reflect on it and kind of make a record of it.
Absolutely.